ComixDad here, and surprise, I'm doing a video on camera again for the first time in a while. Maybe the first time ever, but that's not what I'm here about. I'm here because there has been some game-changing, massive, earth-shattering news in the independent publishing and independent comic scene. And as you can see right next to me here on the screen, we are indeed talking about the ridiculously out of nowhere, insane, exciting news out of the Rippaverse with their partnership with Hachett Book Group. This means that Rippaverse has the opportunity to go global. Rippaverse and Hachett Book Group have come to an agreement. As you can see here in the image, it starts on July 6th, 2026, and basically all books under the Rippaverse publishing title and also the Ripascend imprint are going to be available to trade retailers across the country, big box stores such as Amazon, not Amazon, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, maybe sold on Amazon, but available to stores like Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Walmart, Target, maybe even places like Hobby Lobby, also small mom and pop bookstores. Also, as well, it was announced that Hachett Book Group is with this partnership is also going to make Rippaverse books more readily available to comic book shops to order through their normal distribution means, which is massive. Now, fortunately, Eric July and his team over at Rippaverse, they have a retailer portal that they have been using to help comic shops get Rippaverse books into their stores, but this makes it so that comic shops are going to be able to just not have to worry about going through different portals or anything like that, or at least it'll be one less different portal that they have to go through to put their orders in for indie books and stuff. They can just go through their regular means of getting books. Hachett Book Group is going to be providing Rippaverse books to the distributors that comic shops already use to be available for order by comic shops. But this is going to be amazing. This is massive, massive news. Now, I am not going to say that I was a Rippaverse day one person. I was not. I got into Rippaverse just a little over a year ago, pretty much at the beginning of 2025. But I have loved it ever since. And this means that not just upcoming titles, but, you know, the classic stuff where it all began with ISOM, Alpha Core, Yaira. What else we got here? We got Gooding, my boy Gooding, if you're into tech stuff, Bloodruth, everybody's favorite vigilante at the Rippaverse, the Horseman, and then also, of course, the Great War of Separation that builds on the history in the universe that was already established. Awesome sci-fi titles like Zaylin, other amazing titles too, such as Dirty Deeds, Horseman 2 also, which is available as well. But this also means that everything coming up for pre-order is going to be available nationwide and potentially worldwide. So all these pre-orders, Claw and Covenant, Exclave 1, Twin Tricks, Stefania, Arcstream, which I'm personally super excited about, Dirty Deeds 2, Great War of Separation 4 to close out that story, Smuggler's Stitch, Dirty Deeds Jailbreak, the first novel out of Rippaverse, Norfolka 2, The Black Eye Club 1 and 2, The Cursed 1 and 2, The Hellbound Stagecoach, The Detention Crew Part 1 and Part 2, and that is probably one of the most exciting things. The Detention Crew will possibly be going into libraries. I mean, all the Rippaverse books will be available for going into libraries through this partnership with Hachette, but with Rippaverse building a children's division as well, a part of their publishing with titles that are geared more towards kids. That is a huge deal because getting kids in the comics is hard enough as it is. And as Eric July talks about in his announcement video, kids are mostly influenced about what they like to read and getting into reading all sorts of things through libraries, be it the libraries at school or the local libraries in their towns. And having Detention Crew in libraries is going to be amazing. But also that means Salvage and Saoirse will also both be in stores across the country. The one caveat of this announcement is that the release date of Alpha Core number 3, which was supposed to be today, April 29th, is apparently getting pushed back to just kind of assist with the rollout of this partnership. with Hachett, but that's the only downside really that I could see, and it's a really, really minor thing just because I'm impatient and I want Alpha Core number 3. But alongside Rippaverse title, we're also going to be getting, well, not we, but this partnership with Hachett is going to include all the books from the Ripascend imprint. So books like Afar by Mike S. Miller, which I am excited for because I was excited about this being available through Ripascend just initially because it is a wordless, family-friendly comic strip style book that tells the story of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And now getting this potentially into libraries and stores and everything as well is huge, because faith is important to most of you that are probably watching this. It's important in our household, and having something like this also available to children in libraries and stores and their families and parents to be able to see it as well is a massive thing. But also, Gabriel and the Guardians is going to be available. Death Shroud is going to be available. Daughter's Revenge is going to be available. That also means Achromatic Chronicles Blue and Green are also going to be available in stores nationwide and potentially around the world. Indie comics have at least the benchmark for indie comics has changed massively with this announcement. Now granted, there's a bunch of people out there that have been hating on Eric July and Rippaverse for 4 years now. This basically has proven them wrong about everything they've been saying. Now, I think that this opens up so many doors for so many other small independent publishers and indie comic creators as well. It just shows you got to stick to it. You got to have a business model behind your stories, your books that you want to put out. But it shows that anybody out there that wants to write a comic, wants to write a book, that wants to do their own independent publishing, they don't have to just worry about, okay, am I going to make enough on my Kickstarter? Because if they believe in their product and their product is good enough and people get behind it, like people in high up places that can make distribution and reach spread astronomically for independent comics and independent graphic novels are clearly paying attention. They are clearly paying attention because they've been following Rippaverse. They've been paying attention to what the Rippaverse has been doing. So the future is bright for independent comics. Congratulations to Eric July, Marcos, and Igor, Andrew, Caro, Kanan, Chuck Dixon, the Saskas, everybody involved over at Rippaverse, everybody at their distribution warehouse, everybody at their customer service. Congratulations to the entire team. This is a huge, huge, earth-shattering deal, an announcement that they are paving the way for the future of independent comics. I mean, there's all sorts of different ways to get out there and make indie comics grow and get comics out to people and to try to recapture the love of comics, which, as we all know, the mainstream comics industry has been dying for decades now. But this is clearly a step in the right direction. This is a breath of fresh air and possibly a breath of life into comics in general. And it definitely levels up the awareness of indie comics as a whole as well. This is a tide that rises all boats. I mean, yes, Rippaverse obviously is the big winner in this, but as a trickle effect, indie comics in the future will benefit massively from this, because that means that if this can happen with Rippaverse, this can happen with practically any indie comic publishing company that decides to get out there and do their thing. It doesn't just have to be crowdfunding anymore. It can be so much more, and it can still be done the way that the creators want to do it, and that has me hopeful for the future of Western indie comics. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this video. If you did, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe, please hit the follow if you're watching on a platform other than YouTube. And until next time, everybody, you all have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.